Well, as we've been telling you throughout the hour, the Browns' new head coach holding his first news conference today in that new role. And while there were no major announcements, there were still plenty of moments worth a closer look.
From first impressions to a few telling answers, here's our Mike Polk Jr.'s take on the moments from Todd Monken's introductory presser that stood out to him.
Well, the new coach held his first presser, and it was pretty standard, like most of these introductory dog and pony shows. No real revelations or anything particularly newsworthy about it, but I won't let that stop me from overthinking it. With that in mind, here are my overanalyzed moments from the press conference. First and foremost, solid wardrobe upgrade, Coach. I'm assuming you saw some of the sassy responses to your arrival in town apparel, where everyone seemed to agree that you were looking super divorced. Big ups to whoever initiated the men's warehouse makeover. Looking sharp, Todd. But how do you feel?
I'm jacked. I mean, I'm excited to be with the Cleveland Browns.
That's great. That's just what you want to hear as a fan. But quick question, is that going to be his voice all the time, or is this just temporary? I am not trying to be rude. I genuinely don't know if Todd Monken always sounds like everything he's saying might be his last words, or if the man is just in dire need of a Sucrets. Either way, I'm sure I'll get used to it, but it's just pretty jarring out of the gate. Next.
I'm ready to move forward with this team, the 2026 team.
Rude question. You don't bring up previous Brown seasons at what is supposed to be a happy occasion. It's just gonna bum everybody out. Why not just ask him about some of his exes while you're at it? We're supposed to be welcoming this man. Next.
Are you gonna call the plays?
Yes.
Sorry, Coach, I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm just still traumatized by that phrase from several prior experiences, and that has nothing to do with you. That's on me. Carry on.
I think Jim is an outstanding defensive coordinator, but I think it's a little inappropriate for me to comment.
This was an inevitable question about Schwartz, and Monken was gracious in his response. But look at that body language and the carefully chosen words. Safe to say that situation is still a total wreck. Here's another one.
I didn't take this job because of Jim Schwartz.
Dang, Monk, that's cold. Coach is clearly feeling a certain way about this, and his response indicates to me that Jim Schwartz shan't be long for Berea. But what do I know? Now, just for fun, enjoy some out-of-context, homespun wisdom from our new coach.
Question I get asked all the time, what system do you run? I don't care what it takes to score. It's about scoring points. Everybody likes honesty till they don't like what's said to them honestly. Being unsuccessful, that's not even in my vocabulary.
He crushed it in the folksy wisdom portion of the press conference. Now, let me think, was there anything else that I found notable?
And then the last thing,
Ah, yes, my favorite part of the whole presser. The part when our new coach became genuinely taken aback by the moment and got choked up for a while. Some might see it as vulnerability, but I see it as strength. I see a guy who's appreciating the moment and the opportunity and who seems determined to make the most of it. Like a lot of people, I liked Kevin Stefanski, but honestly, I'm not even entirely certain that he was capable of crying. And I'm not suggesting that the ability to openly emote is a prerequisite to be a good head football coach. But it is nice to see some real feeling on display from the new guy, because this is an emotional game, and we are an emotional fan base that's had plenty to cry about. But we'd strongly prefer trying some of those tears of joy for a change. And we're ready when you are, Coach. Go Browns. You guys are both emotional people. I've seen both of you cry at different times for purposes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
You know, I like that. How did you feel about when you saw that today?
I was more surprised about the aftermath of the crying.
Yeah.
The beep button was missing from our control room.
I actually think
it was live.
I think that served him well though, because if anybody who was just like, oh, he's looking kind of soft, then he swears real loud, and everybody's like, okay, never mind.
He's got all the gears.
He's Cleveland.
It. Yep.
It's Cleveland.
I'm glad you pointed out the voice thing. There's nothing you can do about it. My fear down the road is he's got a very vital message to yell out to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they might not hear him.
Right. Shador! You know? Shador! Audible! You know?
Yeah, it's concerned.
It's bad.
It's probably that way from years of yelling as a coach.
Yeah,
just
I'm sure.
Just a guess.
Well, he hasn't even started yelling yet.
There's more to come.
Buckle up, Coach.
You know there is. All right, Mike.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.